Well, if you're a Niners fan, you've 17-7. Basically, you get to 20, you probably win. You couldn't score again after 17-7.
Mm-hmm.
You blow that second, third, fourth down sequence. You drop a pick. And there was one point, like midway, you realize like Jimmy wasn't going to do anything. I don't know if this solves the Jimmy thing or not for people. I still like him, and I think that Rams front line combined with the fact that the offensive line just wasn't doing well. It was a bad situation for him. We've seen him come through in those situations. So I don't know. Everyone's like, they're going to write him off, and I'm sure he's going to get traded now. It does pave the way now for my guy, Tom Brady. And I do think this is why
to go to San Francisco.
Want to announce, I think this is why he didn't want to announce the retirement yet, because I think he kind of wanted to watch this weekend. Is my guess.
Wow, would that be worse
he's
than
retire?
What NBC did to Leno with Conan, or Conan with Leno? Would that be worse? I think no, you have the job. No, just hang in there. You'll get the job. No, I think it's because he gets $15 million if he waits a week to announce it. Don't you?
Maybe.
If he's on the roster February 4th, doesn't he get like $14-15 million? I mean, he's rich, but he's no idiot. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's done in Tampa Bay, and I think he's probably going to retire. But would it shock me if he was the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers in September? No.
But why would you do that? All you have to do is stay away from the West. The NFC East sucks. The NFC North sucks. Who the hell's going to win the NFC South if Brady is not the quarterback of Tampa Bay? All you have to do is stay away from the West. You think he needs a challenge to go?
You could argue there's only one other good team in the West. It's Niners and Rams. But from what we saw from the Cardinals, are you
still playoff
getting
team.
Fired up for them? Maybe.
I don't know. They're tough to beat twice in a year.
Seattle's going to be rebuilding.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. So that's your pick right now. If you can find odds on 40. Tampa.
No, my pick is I think he's going to retire.
You do.
But I think if he plays again, I think it's for San Francisco.
Interesting.
If he changes his mind, or if he's like, I never thought I was going to do this, but I think San Francisco makes sense because they could trade Jimmy G. They'll get like a second rounder for him. And then he signs, he does 1 year. I'm going to finish my career where I grew up in the Bay Area. This is my dream. We had season tickets as a kid. But really the reason would be this team has a chance to win the Super Bowl, and I know I can win here. And I have Deebo Samuel and George Kittle and all these guys.
Are you on the conspiracy wag with the whole, he doesn't like Schefter, he doesn't like the way Schefter handled Deflategate, someone leak it to Schefter that I'm retiring, and then we'll pull the plug on it, make him look stupid?
I don't think he decided. Yes. I love the theory.
Yeah.
And I love the anti-ESPN stuff, but I just don't think he had decided yet.
He didn't. So where did it come from?
I think the Bucks expect him to retire. And probably told people, but I don't think it came from Brady's side.
Right.
Because the way it was handled from Brady's side, where they seemed surprised and they were refuting it, it's just weird. So
I don't like the shenanigans. Let Aaron Rodgers do this, right? I don't want to hate Brady like everybody hates Rodgers. Just like make a decision.
Here's my prediction. I think on Tuesday, so I'm going to say on Tuesday, he is going to announce that he's going to retire. I think there's a 10% chance that he announces he's not going to be on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next year, and he's probably going to retire. And a 90% chance.
Why Tuesday? Retires. Why Taco Tuesday? Of all,
I just think on Tuesday he settles all family business.
All right, I thought it was like the 4th or something that he had to.
Well, he can say roster. I'm on the 4th. I'm retired. The Bucs will take care of him. They'll pay him the money.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
But yeah, if you're him, wouldn't it be more fun to play one last year on the Niners?
It'd be more fun to play on the Jets and beat Belichick twice. I mean, that would really do the old man.
Jets.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Do it.
What about Aaron Rodgers in San Francisco?
He had a great game in MetLife. What about him going where?
Aaron Rodgers in San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, right? A Bay Area guy. I just want it to happen. I don't want to talk about Aaron Rodgers for the next 4 months. I know you love the basketball stuff of where it's a good landing spot for Russ, but like when you do look at it, we went over this. Like there are like a dozen teams that could win the Super Bowl with Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers next year, and I'm not including like like the Chiefs or the Chargers or the Bengals, like the teams that have quarterbacks. There are teams like the Raiders and, I don't know, the Titans and the Colts. Like, I think there were like 7 in the AFC and 5 in the NFC that could really turn around. I mean, the Bengals won 4 games last year, right? No, Burrow was out, but anyone could really do it. And if you look at the personnel around a lot of these teams, it could be done.
Well, it seems like Vegas might do something because they're going to hire McDaniels.
Yep.
We'll see if he's good.
We'll see if McDaniels is good.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's.
I know you want him to fail. I know you want him to fail. All these guys do anyway. The coaching tree is a disaster.
I don't want him to fail, but I don't think Brady's gotten enough credit for, when you're Brady's offensive coordinator, that's a pretty good place
Brady
to
hasn't
be.
got enough credit.
No, for like the Josh McDaniels thing where we saw Josh McDaniels last year and this year without Tom Brady, and trust me, I was there. I didn't really love it that much.
But what do you think is going through McDaniels' head? He must be like, all right, the Patriots, Kraft's a wink, wink, promised me this job when Belichick steps down. But do you think he's looking at it like, shit, Josh Allen's in this division. He's as good as anyone. What the hell am I waiting for if I ever get this job? Let me take the Raiders.
Listen, I'm not the only Pats fan looking at it this way.
I know, you're all terrible people. Yeah.
Thank you. The fact that nobody has hired Flores yet is getting me more and more excited. Because if we can get Flores to come back as the coach in waiting and get him in for like 2 years and make him the highest paid assistant coach in the league with the understanding he'll take over, that's the guy I want. Because I think he has a chance to be special.
Yeah.
And whatever, he made his mistakes in Miami, is too abrasive sometimes, whatever the story was. But that guy, the dude's played hard for him. And I just think his next team, he'll learn from whatever mistakes he made in Miami. I cannot believe he didn't get hired yet.
Yeah,
I thought by far he was the number 1 candidate.
Too abrasive is not going to fly in New England, so he really, really better change his tone.
Did you have any you want to say goodbye to Tom Brady? 22 years. Are you up or down because of Tom Brady financially?
I think I caught it. I was way down. Just even that Rams Patriots game took me probably 3 or 4 years to come back from. But I hit him more times good than I did bad in the past. Although it's like, I will say, when you lost to the Titans, I lost a lot of money. Like, when you lost to the Dolphins, like the dynasty crushing moments, I was on the losing end of all. You have to be up, right? You have to be up.
I think I'm up. I think that 3-team tease we had in 2004 when we won like 10 straight weeks of 3-week teases, and then they lost the Monday night game in Miami. That put a dent in it.
When you could call one game out, you're good. You won.
Remember how bad we were? I think we were on the phone for like a half hour after that. They're up 10 with 5 minutes left. Still one of my worst
What was
losses.
the Denver one? We needed a 2-point conversion out of Gronk. Was that an AFC championship?
That's a playoff game. Yeah. It's a playoff game against Manning. That one hurt.
I remember losing a lot there.
Yeah, that one hurt. I mean, coming back and winning the Falcons game is still probably the greatest football bet I've ever been on the winning side of. On top of it was like my actual team, but to be down 25 in a playoff game and win the bet, and they covered in OT, which was, what was the line? It was like 3.5.
It was 3.5. They won by 6. Actually, it was 3. I bought it to 3.5 with Atlanta, and they won by 6. Hilarious.
He did have a weird thing in playoff games where they would like barely squeak them out in the 1.0 version of Brady in the 03-04 range. Remember, they would win. They'd always win by 3. They won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, all the 3 Super Bowls.
Both won by 3. It was like, they never had like, they had some decisive playoff games, but for the most part, incredibly reliable in teases, and parlays and stuff like that. I think one of my favorite Brady gambling was, remember the Tebow year when Tebow beat Pittsburgh?
Yep.
And then the next week, the line, I think, was under 10. And it was Tebow in New England. And it was like Pats by 9. It was like, oh my God, this is like the gift from the gods.
Yeah.
Tebow's going to come in and beat Tom Brady. What are we doing?
Listen, there's no secret to it. We bet 3-team teasers. We bet money line parlays. And Brady was a gift. Take some of the playoff games aside. But on a week-to-week basis, that was a gift. The Patriots or Brady. Money line or taking 7 points off the spread, guaranteed gold, pretty much.
Well, the GOAT stuff, and there was some of it over the weekend, and people talking about This guy's the GOAT, 7 rings. Like, to me, it's like, it's beyond the 7 rings. Like, the sheer amount of playoff games that he won. I'm looking at his final. So he was 35-12 in the playoffs. Like, nobody's touching that. I don't see that one. Like, do you think Mahomes can get to 35 playoff wins? He'd have to stay healthy for a while.
Yeah. No, it's not doable. Yeah.
But he had 35 playoff wins, but we also had the bye. Like, what? There was at least, I would say, 12 or 13 round ones that we just didn't play in.
My God.
So if you counted the round ones buys as wins, now he's at like 47-12.
Right.
So
yeah,
pretty crazy.
Did you talk to Hench about this, or did he just bend our ear about it for 2.5 hours today? If you split Brady's career, the 22 years, in 11 and 11, he's a Hall of Famer for the first 11 and a Hall of Famer for the second 11. Like, it's not even close. And who else can you say that about in any sport? I think
Gretzky's the only one, right?
Gretzky's like plus minus was like minus 69 or something in his last 7 or 8 years.
I think you might be able to say it about LeBron. If you split LeBron up, yeah, even if you did LeBron just the 4 Cleveland years and these Laker years, well, he'd probably have tough if you did that. But maybe like
it's close.
You split it right in the middle of the Miami.
11, maybe a baseball player I'm missing, but probably tennis, right? Serena. There's not too many though. There's really like not too many that you could do that with.
I really wonder what his life's going to be like.
Jake Paul, maybe. Go ahead, sir. What's his life going to be like? What's he?
Well, his whole life revolves around playing football. All he does is just.
I'm shocked by this. You and Traeger, you called like I thought I
was telling you last week.
I know, but I believe him. First of all, you should never believe him. He's a liar. He threw his phone away in the deflate gate. So there's that. But he said he's going to play till he's 50. Why wouldn't he? Of course. I don't know. Just play again. Play another year. Throw for another 5,300 yards with 43 touchdowns. Why not? You leave him on top. That's what I'm saying.
The Niners are right there.
Yeah.
His parents are in the Bay Area.
Right.
Like this is where it should end. It should end with the Niners. I don't want him to retire yet. And I do wonder, I think the whole thing's weird. So maybe on Tuesday he retires and that's it. And that would be what I would bet on. But I still think the Niners need a quarterback. Trey Lance is not going to be ready next year, and he could just come in for 1 year and take over this awesome Niners team. And that's a great way to go out. And then he could say he played at 45. What if he went in there for like $1 million a year? He was like, you know what? I don't even need, I'll play the minimum this year.
It'd be a lot of
fun. I'll make it back in endorsements. I just wonder, what is his life going to be like when 365 days a year, all he did was like get ready to play football. Right? He was like
5,300 yards. He's not done. He shouldn't be done.
So Elway did this.
I mean,
but Elway was pretty banged up.
Are gross. And I don't know. If you're filling the time with more kale smoothies, not worth it.
I was thinking how funny it would be if he's like, thank God I don't have to drink this crap anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to do Chick-fil-A and Brady just gained like 45 pounds.
He's actually eating Subway sandwiches. It's not just a commercial.
Yeah. We saw Brady again 6 months from now. He looks like Hurley from Lost. Like facial hair.
Right.